Westworld will officially end with Season 4. To be honest, I'm not surprised. You probably aren't either, because I would bet most of you didn't even know there was a Season 4, which actually aired and streamed this last summer. I actually didn't realize it had been streaming at all until way late into its run, and despite the fact that Season 1 of Westworld was like one of my favorite shows ever. I loved it. Wow, that thing is garbage. Anyway, let's dive into why no one is actually surprised that Westworld has been canceled, because I think it's pretty obvious. Here we go. To say that this show cratered might be less hyperbole than you think. According to viewership tracking, the ratings for Westworld fell off a cliff at the end of the second season. They'd already started to dwindle from first to second season, but after that second season, bad. The fall off from second to third season was near 50%. Now you'll see some places say 18% fall off, and that might have been the case depending upon how you want to work around the math. But in the United States, where this show was an obvious hit, it fell 15%. 50. And that was across the entire season. In other words, it just didn't get better. The season premiere for Season 3 yielded less than 1 million viewers. The entire season never got any better, with the majority of views never rising above 800,000 on average. That's bad. Westworld was an incredibly expensive show as a whole. I mean, the first season alone rang the bell at over $100 million, or $10 million an episode if you want to look at it that way, and that is incredibly expensive for a TV project, especially an unproven one, and that doesn't even count the promotion budget as part of what the show cost. And when it came to Season 2, well, they were delayed by wildfires. Now, there was also an injury that also caused or contributed to a delay, but that second season became much more expensive as an end result. Now, Season 2 showed a considerable decline in overall storytelling, and I think that was part of the conversation that, people were actually ignoring because they were hopeful. Evan Rachel Wood's character became more of an insufferable Mary Sue as the season went on, and again, many fans tried to look forward at the potential for the show. They were much more forgiving about the terrible activist narratives that were being inserted into the show, and I think that's true of myself even. This actually caused a decline in viewership by the end of the second season, and I think it was down over 400,000 viewers over the course of that season. That's not good. You don't want to fall off in your second season. You want to maintain or rise. It's usually what happens with good HBO shows. Now, we get to Season 3, and that became even more expensive because wildfires returned, and it burned down, a very historic set location that was basically there for Season 1 and 2. And of course, the cast got much more expensive, especially with additions to the cast that were made for Season 3. The story got much worse. The characters became even more insufferable, in particular, any of the female ones. They were willfully writing them that badly. And there really was nothing left for the viewers to look forward to, especially ones like myself who kind of hung in there. In fact, you can probably still see my reviews for Season 3 of Westworld on the channel somewhere. I don't know. So before the premiere of Season 3, because of the way Season 2 ended, it had lost over 500,000 viewers for the premiere. That's insane. It should have been the wake-up call that the studio and the showrunners should have received, right? They should have been in full panic mode at that point. The storyline should have been adjusted to bring back the audience that they once had. And, of course, the leftist agenda must be served. Well, and then we get to season 4. That was a disaster. Complete. Utter. Less than 350,000 viewers here in the United States, on average, watched each episode. Holy cow. It was a complete catastrophe. It couldn't be hidden. Even the shill-tastic Rotten Tomatoes shows the calamitous fall of this particular program. Season 1, with viewers like myself, scored a 93%. Wow, it's really high. Season 4 found the show at 54%. So roughly 50% of those 350,000 people that were still watching didn't like the show. That's absolutely awful. Atrocious even. There are more adjectives out there, but I will continue on. There is one thing to note here, and I think that it speaks volumes as to what happened here. Bad Robot was the source of this show, and their partnership with the Nolan's Kilter films seems to have poisoned the well. You see, J.J. Abrams is on the outs with Warner Brothers Discovery, the final nail in the coffin. Now, I was such a fan of this show. I loved this world. I thought Crichton's work was great, the original film was great, and the retelling in season 1 was fantastic. It had so much potential overall, and it was set to be, well, the next Game of Thrones. And that didn't quite work out, did it? One thing that is sure to make the showrunners and Bad Robot and the cast incredibly happy is that they're going to still get paid for a non-existent season 5. What a scam the entertainment business is today. But what do you think? Do you think that the leftist narratives and the tropes that were being dropped in this show was the primary cause for the audience loss, for the show's decline? Do you think it was mostly the story? Maybe. Do you have any other possible reasons that this thing went downhill as quickly as it did? Anything I didn't mention? If so, please feel free to use the comments section down below, and hopefully we can have a conversation about it, because I think we really did lose something special here, and I guess we'd already lost it after season 1. Like I said, your comments down below would be much appreciated. And with that, be sure to support other independent creators here on the platform. We have an awful lot of channels now that are right there on the cusp of monetization, and I mentioned a few in yesterday's videos. But go out and support your favorites. Be sure to like and subscribe and comment and share, because those activities are called engagement, and they really do help drive a channel. It's why I appreciate every time you hit the like button, every time you make a comment, and every time you share any of the videos that I make, and the live streams as well, because those can help too. And I'm going to start investing more time. I know I've said this before, but more time in some shorts, because it's really the only way to get traction nowadays. And with that, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And until next time, bye.
And don't forget to check out my Rumble at rumble.com/CultureCasino.
Thanks for visiting today. Be sure you're subscribed and hit that for alerts.
Yay!
Of course, like and share all of the videos that you can, as it helps with the algorithm. Have a great day.